Okay, we're going.
2 months ago in August, I got up early to go to the gym, and I opened the door from the house to the garage, and the garage was completely dark. And so I hit the double car garage door opener on my left, and it takes a couple seconds for the motion detector to turn the light on. But the outside light started coming in the garage, and I saw a man laying on my garage floor. For a second, I just froze. And I live alone, so there should have been no one in the garage. He starts jumping up. I screamed, and I shut the door from the garage to the house, and I'm holding on the door handle with one hand. I called the police with the other hand, and all of a sudden his hand moves the door handle, and I feel him opening up the door, and I freaked out and realized I can't hold him. I can't hold this door shut. So I immediately turned and ran out my front door, across my grass and towards the neighbors. He ran out the garage door and started chasing me down the street. And I'm freaking out, screaming. Dispatch just kept saying, "Stay away from him, just run, 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 stay away from him." I turned and screamed at him and said, "The police are on their way." And all of a sudden he stopped, and then he took off running the other way, really, really fast. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be okay. So I turned and ran towards my house. He turned around and saw me running towards my house, so he started running towards my house, and I just lost it to the dispatcher. I said, "He's coming towards me. He won't let me in my house." I started crying. He goes, "Run away. Run the opposite direction. Stay away." So I started running in the opposite direction again, and just then I see the police car. It felt like hours. It was probably just a few minutes. The police came around the corner, and the guy dropped to his knees, put his hands above his head, and waited till the police got up to him. So I thought, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. And so I went back to my house and waited for the police. I was just kind of pacing in the driveway. I didn't know what to do or where to go. So a couple minutes later, one of the policemen came over and asked if I was okay and what happened, and I explained everything. And the police officer said, "Do you want to press charges?" I said, "Yeah, of course I do. He broke into my house. He chased me down the street." And she said, "Well, you can press charges, but you'll probably have to go to court and fill out a lot of paperwork. But even when you do that, he's not going to go to jail today. We're just going to give him a citation and give him a ride home." And I was just shocked. I'm like, "What do you mean? He gets a free ride home, and now I'm left with, I don't know how to deal with my life." And she looked at me. She goes, "Yeah, we don't take him to jail for this. It's a misdemeanor." And I stopped for a minute, and I looked right at her, and I go, "Is this because of Senate Bill 91? And she said, "Yes, it is. We don't take people to jail because of this." So he got a free ride home, and I went back in my house, and of course it was a disaster all day. I called a locksmith and got a deadbolt on the door from my house to the garage. And I live alone, and I was determined to stay alone. All my girlfriends said, "Come spend the night with us, don't be alone." But I had to. And I know that I was lucky. I was lucky because he didn't come in the house and attack me. He didn't catch me. I'm lucky because I'm a faster runner than he is. But my life changed dramatically because of that. And now, every single time I grab that doorknob, I feel his hand on the doorknob. Every time I go in the garage, as much as I tried not to, as much as I tell myself, don't look down where I was, I always look down. I always think he's in the garage, every time. And now I have an alarm system at home. I now have probably 5 or 6 lights on every day, because I am terrified to go downstairs in the dark. I'm terrified to go to my garage when it's dark. And he got a free ride home. But about a week after this guy terrorized me, he was arrested for a felony assault. And maybe if he had gone to jail the day in August that he was at my house, maybe that wouldn't have happened in the future. I don't know. But what I do know is things have to change. Our laws have to change. The legislature has to make changes. And I have a lot of titles in my life. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, and now I'm a victim. And I'm always going to be a victim. But I'm not going to be a victim without a voice. any longer, and I think that I can help make changes. And I expect our legislature to stand up and protect us, protect me, protect my friends and my family. And that has to happen in this next legislature.